I just want the glory. If I ever go, they pouring liquor for me. Showing all these love to all the ones before me. I just need someone to let me tell my story. You can keep the fame, I just want the glory. When I had no money and nobody called me. Couple people crossed me, now they lost me. I just need someone to let me tell my story.
For the glory, I did it. Blood money, like Capone and Nori, New York, I'm all fitted. Mets to the Yankees, niggas should thank me. I really started out with Piif. Before the sour hit, I started out with Piif. Always had drive like I started out the whip. Walking up and down, 21st, just trying to make a song. I gotta make the sale, I'll be right back, but shit won't take me long. Meet me by the palace, I was fly before established. You look at me like competition, you niggas not no challenge. In Harlem, white ones, be more they put on New Balance. Reminiscing about the nights in the projects, it's me and Fallon. Sipping high tech by the line like I need a gallon. I told my mom that everything fine, knowing we wild. This that glory talk, gators on my feet, watch these Maurice walk. She know the kid ain't mine, I told that bitch to turn Maury off. Been jealous, just energy, they pressed you cause they know you soft. You turn into a boss and realize who really been throwing salt. Stay far from bitches that bore me, know most these niggas is liars. Every time they speak with you, they change the story. Piff really used to come to my crib. I think of chill whenever I come to the bridge. Niggas don't know how we lived, I can't explain it.
You can keep the fame, I just want the glory. If I ever go, they pouring.
All right, welcome to the Eric J. the Great podcast show. We got a special guest on the show today, music artist Piif Jones. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on? I'm doing good today, man. Doing great.
Absolutely. So for anybody out there that haven't heard any of his work, we're gonna start the episode off by playing one of his songs, and then we'll get into his whole story.
Yeah. You can keep the fame, I just want the glory. Yeah, if I ever go, they pour liquor for me. Showing all these love to all the ones before me. I just need someone to let me tell my story. You can keep the fame, I just want the glory. When I had no money and nobody called me. Couple people crossed me, now they lost me. I just need someone to let me tell my story. If these bitches don't knock them off, then the streets got them. Give a coup to a college, your police shot them. Superheroes in the hood, we defeat problems. Why the white man extorts what's unique by the. No, we gonna lose it all because we seen dollars. That money made that little nigga leave his mama. I ain't trying to be dead and still in debt, so I'm chasing checks and my daughter ain't got a check. You prolific with the lyrics, you niggas ain't got your steps right. I'm boxing, balls like hooks, lyrical left, right. After bitches gon' ask why, I ain't the X type. I know a nigga all in your balls, I got the best fight. Remember we was stuck in the trap, we had some stress nights. Going back, all fucked up, cause I ain't slept right. Couple homies, they got left, we had they shit right. Niggas ain't respect my pen, I had they get nice. At the Chinese eating chicken, I couldn't get right. Had to settle for the Adidas, I couldn't get Mike. Man, I'm nothing like these niggas that's before me. They ain't changed, but it's still fuck the fame. I need the glory, nigga. You can keep the fame, I just want the glory. If I ever go, they pouring liquor for me. Showing all these love to all the ones before me. I just need someone to let me tell my story. You can keep the fame, I just want the glory. When I had no money and nobody called me. Couple people crossed me, now they lost me. I just need someone to let me tell my story.
I did it. Love.
Yeah, man. That's hard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That track is dope.
yeah, I remember that. Oh, what'd you say?
I held that song for like 2 years before I released it.
Yeah, I see why, man. That song like that, man, is all about timing.
Right, because I just knew that I wanted a feature on it. I didn't know Dave East was going to be on it when I first made the song.
Oh yeah,
but I just knew that it was a song that needed a feature. I didn't know who. And it wasn't necessarily a big feature that I needed, but I just wanted a feature on the song. Like, you know, if you just make a song and you just leave an open verse because you just know you want a feature on it. But it just so happened that East heard it and it was like, yo, I want to get on this.
That's what's up. Yeah. So how did the song make it to him? How that collaboration came about?
Well, you know, we always in the studio, so we were just in the studio and I was just playing some music. You know what I mean? Because I wanted him to get on another song. So I was playing him that song, and then I just kept playing music. And then he heard that song. He was like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Nah, this is just, you know, it was just a song I recorded." So I was just like, "Nah, it's a song I recorded." And he just was feeling it. He was like, "Y'all not running." He ran it back a couple times. He was like, "Nah, I want to get on this song." You know what I'm saying? So that's how that came about. Just being in the studio playing music.
Okay, so y'all have a relationship?
Yeah, yeah. I've known him for like probably like 10 years now.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up then. So you knew him like right before he blew up.
Right. Yeah. When I met him, he just finished playing basketball. He had like he did that little bit. He had came home. He was in New York. He had left B-more. And he was staying in the projects in Queens right next to me,
Okay.
right next to Queensbridge. That's how I met him.
All
But I
right.
was always rapping my whole life.
That's what's up. So first off, man, tell the people where you from and how old are you?
But I was born in Brooklyn, I was raised in Queensbridge. I was raised in Brooklyn too. You know what I mean? So I kind of got the best of both worlds as far as Brooklyn and Queens. But I'm 31, about to be 32 next month. I mean, Shaq year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, happy early birthday, man.
Thank you.
So when you think of your hometown, man, what's the first thing that come to your mind?
The first thing that comes to my mind is Nas.
Why you say that?
I don't know. I feel like he's the top of the top as far as Queensbridge goes.
Okay.
You know
So
what I mean?
for anybody that never been to your hometown, just describe how it was growing up there as a kid, some of the circumstances and obstacles you had to overcome, just everyday African American kid growing up there.
Growing up in Queensbridge it was actually amazing, man. You know, because I was in the '90s and the early 2000s. We had a lot of celebrities. You know what I mean? We had Nas, Mobb Deep, CNN. You know what I mean? We had a lot of people that was already successful. You know what I mean? So it was great. Everybody had money. It wasn't really like a struggle. You know what I mean? As far as like every day as a kid. You know what I mean? As an adult in those times, I'll probably tell you a different story. You know what I mean? But as a kid in those times, we didn't really feel it because everybody was getting money and everybody was helping each other, and it's like one community. You know what I mean? So growing up in Queensbridge was different. Now growing up in Brooklyn was a little different. You know what I mean? Brooklyn is a little different. It was more of it still was a family vibe, but it was not like Queensbridge. Queensbridge is the only place I've been to where it's like so big and everybody knows each other and everybody's so connected. You know what I mean? That's like the difference. Just the connection that Queensbridge had. It was just crazy. It was musical. You could feel it. Like you could feel, you know what I mean? We used to have a studio across the street where everybody used to record their videos. Like Diddy was there, Little Kim, everybody that's a celebrity recorded a video there. So you know what I mean? It was that presence. It was already created. Like you could really walk into the studio, see a celebrity, get an autograph. They might invite you to, you know what I mean? Invite you inside. It was crazy. It was like one of a kind.
That's what's up. So growing up, did you have a two-parent household, any siblings?
No, that's the my mom's and my pops split up when I was like a baby, when I was like born. So I always never I always see my pops and my mom's apart. That's how I ended up in Brooklyn and Queensbridge. My mother moved to Queensbridge when I was in kindergarten,
Okay.
and my pops stayed in Brooklyn.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so I was going back and forth with my mom's and my pops. You know how that go growing up.
Yeah, I feel that. So what type of activities you was into as a kid? Did you play any sports?
Yeah, I played every sport. I was one. I'm like one of them hybrid kids, man. I was good at every sport. You know what I mean? I can't really explain it. Like I wasn't excellent at every sport, but I was good at every sport. Like everything I tried to play, I knew how to play. And was good at it. Like I'm just like naturally athletic. Like I played baseball, I played basketball, I played soccer, I played volleyball, I played badminton, all types of shit. I would just I wanted to be active, you know, so I always just played anything like tennis. And I was fortunate enough when I was in Brooklyn, my gym teacher, he really played all the sports with us. Like, you know how some gym teachers just tell you to play and they sit down. Like my gym teacher, his name was Mr. Legros. He was Haitian. And he used to physically play every sport with us. Like from field hockey, basketball, everything. He was actually playing. He taught us how to play soccer. And I played soccer in high school for that. I was the goalie.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but yeah, I was doing sports and music growing up.
Okay. So as far as your family and your close friends growing up, did you have anybody around you that was involved in the music business, or were you the first person to go down that route?
In my family, my pops, he had like a singing group with his brothers, but it was real long ago, so they wasn't really like in the industry. So like, and then it's like, I got cousins and stuff that I just met that's in the industry already. My stepbrother, his name is City Hayes. He was like on our MTV artist page, like, you know, like back in like a couple years ago. He was doing the music, but now he's like a promoter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I got a couple. I'm not the first to be in the industry.
Okay.
But I'm like the first to really do it how I'm doing it.
Yeah, I can understand that. So
right.
if you had to pick a moment,
you never know. It's always some family in the industry. When you start going through the industry, you start realizing you got family that you don't even know.
Right. It's like that in anything you do.
Yeah, small world, man.
Yeah. So if you had to pick a moment, what would you say led you to doing music?
I would say like just just listening to music, really. Like it just made me want to try it. I don't know why I wanted to try it, but I wanted to try it because I was singing. I used to sing too. Like when I was a little kid, I used to go to church and stuff. So, you know, church did something. You know, church added to it from being in that choir and hearing them singing from young. You know, I feel like you just get that switch in your mind. If you're an artist, you'll get that switch and say like, I want to try it. You know what I mean? And some people just don't ever say that.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that. So as far as growing up, who did you like listening to growing up?
I liked the 50 Cent. He was like my favorite artist. And Jay-Z, Nas, Big L. That's just rappers. I like the R&B, Usher, Brian McKnight, Donnell Jones, shit. The list goes on. I was like a jukebox when I was a kid. Like they used to call me a jukebox because I used to just know every song. I used to listen to music all the time, you know.
Absolutely.
That was like when I first started, you know, when I first started writing, I used to just mimic everybody's flow. You know how that goes. It's like you're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I was rapping like 50 Cent, then I was rapping like Jay-Z, then I was trying to figure it out. But now it helped me though, because now I done figured out, I figured out how to combine all them styles and find myself, you know.
Absolutely. Where did you get your artist name from?
Piif. Well, Jones is really my last name. And Piif, I got that from the weed, really. It's not really like no big story behind my name. When I wanted to make my name, I just was like, what do I love the most in the world? And at that time, it was weed. Yeah. So I was like, and Piff was like the best weed, bro, at that time. You know, like for the people that don't know, Piff is like, it was like some weed they had that you could get uptown, and it was like, I was too young to go get it from uptown, but the people from our hood would get it and bring it back, and we'd get it from them. And it was just like, that was the best weed at that time. It wasn't like no sour diesel like that and nothing like that. I was about to call myself sour diesel. So Piff just sounded good. I don't know. It just sounded like cool. I was like, oh, Piff.
Absolutely. So take me back to the time that you went to a recording studio for the first time. Was it kind of rough patch at first, or was you a natural? You caught on pretty easy.
So the first studio I went to was my man's crib. He had a program called Acid Pro. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah, I heard of that before.
He had Acid Pro. This would probably be like Acid Pro 4.0 or something like that, 3.0. And he bought a $10 mic from Radio Shack.
Radio Shack, man. People don't know about Radio Shack.
Shout out to Radio Shack, man. That was Best Buy. That was Best Buy before Best Buy. But yeah, so he had a $10 mic, and I recorded songs, and I was like joking on my class, like it was crazy. So I don't know. It was like that experience it was easy. It was natural. I never really had a hard time recording music because the words just came to me naturally. Like when I hear a beat, the words just start happening. You know what I mean? It's like basketball. It's like, you know how you just get a ball, you're just gonna start doing what you do. It's like, you know, like anything. But the words literally comes from, I don't know, God or something. Because I talk to people and they tell me like, yo, I don't think about words when I hear beats. You know what I mean? Like words don't just naturally come to people's mind. So for it to happen to me, I know it's something different. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't, then everybody would be able to do it.
Right.
Or
So that leads me to my next question. Are you more of a freestyler or a writer or a mixture of both?
well now I can say I'm a mixture of both, because the new style kind of made me freestyle more. You know what I mean? Like when I was coming up rapping, I was writing a lot. It was all about writing, but I don't want to give out my secrets and stuff. But the way I got my flow is I used to write 3 different songs to one beat. You know what I mean? So like when I used to get a beat, I used to write a song, stop, write a whole nother song, different concept, stop, write a whole nother song, different concept, but to the same beat. You know what I mean? And that trains your flow. You know what I mean? And now I could just do anything with the flow. Like it's like I'm unlimited. You know what I mean? But it's like the training, and it's a real like rap boot camp. But nowadays it's not like that no more. Now you can record a song off your phone and
Right.
upload it. So it's like it's no work really that has to be done. So that's why everybody freestyling now, because there's no work that has to be done.
Right.
But yeah, I'm a mixture of both, man. You know, but because I learned both eras. I learned how to write. I learned how to structure a song, write a verse, write a hook, write a bridge, and I also got my own studio and I know how to engineer. So that's where the freestyling comes in, because like you just, you know what I mean? Once you know how to record yourself, you could just go.
Yeah, and you that helps you save a lot of money too.
Yeah. Cause you know, when you're thinking about it, when you buying it, you're like, damn, this costs $1,000, this costs this costs that. But think about it 10 years later, how much studio time you're gonna spend in 10 years rather than, you know, I recorded 24 mixtapes in this room, in my room, like right here. You know what I mean? And I only paid 10,000 for this equipment. And that was one time.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's definitely worth the investment.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you had to pick a moment, what would you say was the moment that you knew you had the confidence that you could pursue the music seriously?
It was the first time I had a show, you know what I mean? And when I got on stage, I was so nervous before I got on the stage, right? But when I went like second to last, you know what I mean? So I had to sit there and watch everybody rap. And when when you at them showcases and they there for hours and they just hearing random people, people ears that get tired, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it don't matter who get up there, some motherfuckers, people would be like, just not trying to hear you. So like the person that went before me had like got booed. So I was like, you know what I mean? I was super nervous and I got up there and I did great and people was cheering and all types of shit. They was dancing and that just let me know that I was different. I was like, oh, all right, you different. Cause being second to last and still having a crowd hype as I had them, it was like, oh, that kind of showed me that I could do it.
Okay. So
And that was like when I was probably like 16.
okay. So as far as your current situation right now, are you independent or are you signed to someone?
Yeah, I'm independent.
Okay.
I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush to sign to no labels, man, because everybody that signs to a label never give me a good story about the label. It's not a lot of good stories. It's not a lot of people say I love my label, thank you, I appreciate you. Unless you Drake level where it don't matter, you making all the money, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I also think, when it comes to labels and stuff like that, I think a lot of people have a lot of unrealistic expectations. Even artists that are big now, because I'd be like, well, I look at stuff in a logical way. So I'm like, if you're an
Right.
artist, you're talented, but you ain't bringing nothing to the table, you ain't had no songs charted, you ain't got no buzz or nothing, then you're gonna have to give up something to get where
Right.
you're trying to go on your first deal. And then, once some artists get big and get a name, then they try to throw the label under the bus, the ones that put the money into them to make them big, and say, "Oh well, I don't make this," or they took this from me and stuff. Well, I'm like, well,
They
you
don't understand the business.
you able to make $150,000 a show because they invested that money into you able to tour for the rest of your life.
And people don't understand that real life. I'm sorry to cut you off. People don't understand that your actions in real life affect your career too. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so people
Yeah, I
do a
just
lot of stuff. People do a lot of stuff in real life that affects their career.
absolutely. That's why I think a lot of people should like 21 Savage, he was in a fortunate position. Like he had 2 platinum singles before he even signed.
Before you even sign, you know what I mean? Once
Oh,
you do that, if you could go platinum independent, you got it. You could dictate the terms.
yeah, that's why he's like he make more money off his album sales than he does touring because he said he gets 70% of his album. So, uh,
They know they're gonna recoup that money.
right,
It's great. That's a great thing, but that don't happen. That don't happen too often. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I don't mind. I wouldn't mind being on a label. You know what I mean? But you just got to keep working until they see fit.
man, you got to make sense.
Got to make sense. You know what I mean? And I'm connected with East. He already signed at Def Jam, so it's kind of like I'll be doing things with him. So I'm already connected to a lot of people in the industry. You know what I mean? It's just the fact of me having everything that I got going together and me having my direction and my plan. You know what I mean? And making them see it.
Absolutely. So how often are you recording these days in the studio?
So I used to record every day, but now that I be doing a lot of shows, I just did a tour in Canada. But so now I try to record like probably like 5 times a week if I could. But it gets shorter once you start, the more you get into the business, the more the more people start knowing you, the more you start doing stuff, it gets harder to go to the studio all the time. And I gotta be feeling it too. I don't like just to record. Because those songs that never come out, you know what I mean? And people just got so much music because we just recording every day, but it's not really, you know what I mean? There's no time in between to get new experiences and read new books, get some knowledge, get smarter. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, we just recording every day. So we kind of putting out the same message over and over.
Right.
So I used to record a lot, but now I just, I still record a lot, but it's more of me being outside. I got a lot of music.
So take me back to the time when you dropped music to the public for the first time. How was the city embracing you around that time?
So this was like 2016 when I dropped this song. I dropped a song called Cam Newton, and I believe that's the year that Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl. I made a song called Cam Newton, and I dropped it on iTunes. And it was actually, it was received well, you know what I mean? To this day, I still perform that song. People still love it. Shout out to Pharaoh the God. I had him on the hook. He from Long Island. He went crazy on the hook. But that song, that was the first song I put out on iTunes and stuff like that. I put out music before, like on that Piif and all that, but all that stuff was free. You know, that was like the first time I put out a song that you had to pay for. It was like 2016.
Okay.
And I wasn't really like well known or nothing like that when I put the song out. But I was in the like artists knew me, people that was downtown in the open mic circuits and all of that. You know what I mean? All of those type of people knew me. So like that's why now I know so many artists, because I was really in the trenches with the open mics and little showcases downtown and Soho, and you know what I mean? Before the social media era.
Absolutely. Have you done any shows yet?
Yeah, I just came off tour in Canada.
Okay. Well, how
And
often
then I
do you do
and then
shows?
I just did my third annual Loopy Fest in Queensbridge.
Okay. Well, how often are you doing shows?
Uh it depends. Like if I go on tour, it'd probably be a month, because every time Dave used to go on tour, I go with him. So it'll probably be a month. And then if not, then I just get shows gradually throughout the cities with the promoters I know. Like, I just did a show in Baltimore, and I did one in Philly. You know what I mean? So it's like the surrounding areas is starting to open up. But I would say like it just comes how it comes. It's not really like I don't have like a set where it's like I'm doing 3 shows a week. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not there yet. Most of my shows I throw on myself, I give artists a platform.
Okay, I feel that. So describe the music scene in New York right now, man. Like for anybody that don't know how the music scene up there, describe the music scene and also explain if artists collab with each other, the up and coming artists, or do everybody just be in their own lane?
I would say the music scene is kind of split in New York, because you got the young kids doing the drill music and the dancing music, which is which is great, and they're collabing with each other. You know what I mean? And then you got the people like me that's in the middle, that's like not too old but not too young, so we kind of could dibble and dabble in both. You know what I mean? As far as the boom bap era and the drill music, and then it's not really too much of an R&B scene, but it's a couple. But in New York, mostly it's really the drill music or the boom bap that's really in the forefront. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of gotta, you don't have to, but you kind of gotta boom bap or drill like to get out of New York.
Absolutely.
Because everything else ain't really getting you there. Unless if you're an amazing singer, you know, you always could get somewhere. That's a different type of talent.
Yeah, I understand
But
that.
the trajectory is really drill music and that I wouldn't say that Griselda rap, but that type of rap, like you know what I mean? Like that boom bap bars, that's still around. But
Absolutely.
it's an age level with it. You know what I mean? Ain't too many of the young kids really doing the boom bap like that.
Okay. So next question. Do you believe rappers are targeted? If so, why?
By who?
Just in general, by legal cases, community, what
Oh,
the case might be.
I mean, I feel like minorities are targeted as a whole, you know what I mean? And it just so happens that we minorities whatever we do in life, we minorities, you know what I mean? Because in basketball, people targeted, football, people targeted, you know what I mean? Minorities, like, certain people do certain crimes and other people do the same crime and it'd be different outcomes, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't really classify it as rappers are targeted, but that's more specific of just of my profession. But in a general statement, like minorities are targeted, you know what I mean, as a whole. So you should already expect it. And from what we've seen from all our leaders before, you know what I mean? You should know once you get a type of name or you have any type of influence that you're going to be targeted by certain people.
Absolutely. So I'm pretty sure you don't work with a lot of artists so far as music wise. Do you have anybody that you want to work with that you've been thinking about doing some music with here in the near future?
Yeah, I want to work with like Jada Kiss and
That'd be hard. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? I want to work with Lauren Hill. I
Yeah,
want to work with I like I like Cardi B. I like Nicki Minaj. I like the females too. I want to work with a lot of the females because they got the juice right now.
that's
Drake. It's a lot of people, bro. I ain't even get started yet with the artists I want to work with, man. It's not an artist I don't want to work with. You know what I mean? It's not like somebody gonna come to me and I'm be like, nah, I don't really want to. You know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely.
I'm open to collabing with any artist
Okay.
if it makes sense. You know how that goes.
So
Even if it don't make sense, if your song is good, I might like it.
absolutely. So for all your followers out there, um, list some things you like doing in your spare time when you're not doing music.
So when I'm not doing music, I like to play the game. That's first. I like to play sports. I like to like chill out. I like to go places where you could just chill, like little parks, little beaches, little just little places where you could just clear your mind and chill, look at the sun. And shit, what else do I do? I don't really do too much besides music. You know how it go. But yeah, that's kind of a couple things I like to do. I like to go to I like to go to like little museums and stuff like that.
Okay.
I like seeing old artifacts and ancient history and stuff like that.
Okay, that's dope. So what are your short and long term goals? What do you want to accomplish?
Well, in the short term goal, I want to like get a deal. You know what I mean? And a long term goal, I want to have an empire like Rock Nation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I see myself as that type of person that like to help other artists. So I want to have that type of setup where I could be, you know what I mean? Where we can manage a bunch of artists and help a bunch of people get to the next level. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So far as the rest of 2023, beginning of 2024, what you got coming?
So I got an R&B EP I'm about to drop. It's called Auto Love Songs 2, because I dropped the first one already. And then I got another EP. It's a hip hop EP I'm gonna drop. It's called Distraction. You know what I mean? So it's like two EPs. I'm gonna drop. One is hip hop, and one is R&B.
That's what's up. So how do you want people to perceive you?
As a great father. You know what I mean? Everything else after that is whatever. Just say I was a great father. You know what I mean? That's what really matters.
Absolutely. So give me your hip hop Mount Rushmore, man. Give me your top 5. It could be dead or alive, current, old, don't matter.
Okay, I got Jay-Z, I got Nas, I got Tupac, I got Biggie, and I got Eminem.
Yeah, that's a solid 5 right there, man.
You know, honorable mention to a lot of people, but those 5 is, I feel like you can't really argue. You know what I mean? Another 5 would be nice too, but that 5 is solid right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we wrap things up, who do you want to see as a guest on my show next? The only kicker is that you have to help me get them on the show.
I want you to get Crutch Calhoun on here. You know Crutch Calhoun from Jersey?
I never heard of him.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna tap you into a new artist.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's real heavy in Jersey. His name is Crutch Calhoun. And I'll help you tap in with him too. Yeah. You gotta get him up here.
Absolutely. So for any closing remarks, anything else that you want to say to the people that you got going on, and let people know how to keep up with you on social media, YouTube channel, all that good stuff.
I just want to say you can find me at Piif Jones, Piif Jones on all social media platforms, you know what I mean? And I'm just always gonna bring you real raw energy, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm funny, you know what I mean? I got a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? Great music, good vibes, and just a great person, you know what I mean? It's a great person.
Absolutely, man. And need everybody to tap in with Piff Jones on all streaming platforms.
Yes, sir.
Dope artist. Listen to 3 of your songs over the past couple of days. A real lyricist, like music with substance, that makes me think, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate you coming on the show. I do episodes all the time, and whenever you want to come on the show, man, just let me know.
Right. Okay, no doubt. We do another one when I drop some music.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.